Well, welcome to Chop It Up for this here, the 8th of March in the year and of our Lord and Savior 2022. My name is Kevin, host, pastor, author, entrepreneur, and just all around nice guy. At least I hope that's what they say.
Oh, we hope that's what they say.
I hope, right? And this is the thing that we do every Tuesday, except for the last two Tuesdays.
Yep.
Where we have conversations about faith, family, sports, whatever strikes our mind. We have those conversations for your enjoyment and entertainment. I'm going to let my partner in crime right now introduce himself, and then we'll jump into it today.
Bro, I'm not trying to be a partner in crime for anybody. I'm just letting you know right now.
But you know me, you will get away with it.
I'm just saying, how many times have I told you I'm too soft and cuddly and squishy for jail, bro? I'm just saying. Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I've missed my brothers. I'm ready to do this. Let's make it happen, Kev.
And just Darian may be running a little late, so he may or may not be able to make it on. But shout out to D.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully they'll be able to make it on. Look, we got a lot to catch up on. I know last couple of weeks. So I was telling Tori about the story of last week, why we did not go online. I got locked out of my own house. My wife locked me out.
Tarsha, I got your back. I got your back, girl. Hey.
So no, it's nothing like anything's wrong with our relationship or anything that she's locking her brother out and changing locks. This isn't that. It's just the way we use our house. She locked the door that normally doesn't get locked, and I didn't have my key. So that's the end of the story. Nothing major there.
How do you call him LeBron the llama? That's what it was.
She agrees.
I know she does.
She agrees. All right. So there's a lot that's been happening since we last talked. There is the pre-World War III breaking out in the Ukraine with Russia attacking. There was the Juwan Howard punch, slap, whatever.
Fisticuffs. Ooh, I forgot about that.
There was the teacher in Indiana who struck a child who,
okay, we'll talk about that, but go ahead.
And then today we have Aaron Rodgers, who is signing back up with the Packers, and Russell Wilson got traded to Denver. So where do we want to start? Because there's a lot.
You know, there's something I do want to get off my chest, though. Just it's football related.
Go ahead.
And this is directed at you, my brother. You know I love you, right?
Oh yeah.
If you got something to send me, you send it to me. Don't have Tarsha send it to me. You send it to me yourself. You man up and send it to me. That's what I want. Don't send it through Tarsha. Man up and send it to me on your own. I want your digits. Here's the thing, though. It was the truth, though. I couldn't even argue with it. I couldn't argue with it at all. I saw it and I'm like,
and it was a spur of the moment thing, because she was scrolling and she was like, she showed it to me and laughed. We laughed about it. And I was like, oh, you need to send that to Tori.
I already knew what happened.
She was like, okay.
When she sent it, I went, Kev. I already knew. Nah, much love for you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All right. So, I mean, let's first of all just deal with I think the one that is probably most concerning for us is the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Everything that's going on in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's so I think there's a couple of takeaways from me from that. Is one, we watched this happen, but two, I think that we have to deal with the fact that some of the response from Americans has been very surprising in support of Putin and Russia.
It's been few, though. It hasn't been the majority.
True.
From what it's been few and far between. I'll put it to you this way. It started out that way, but it's slowly faded away as far as the amount of what I've seen.
Now, do you think that was because of the pushback?
Some of it came from the church. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Wait, what? And yeah. So you said, do I think it's because of the pushback?
Because I mean, for example, Tucker Carlson was one who day one was like, why are y'all mad at Putin? And then all of a sudden it's like, I didn't say anything in support of him.
Right. I think for some it was the pushback, obviously, because they were wrong. I think hopefully, again, this is me speaking out of hope, which I know what happens when I do that.
Hope
But
against hope.
speaking, yeah, hoping that there were quite a few that realized, okay, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was, and yeah, I'm changing my position on this.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that people used common sense, but again, I'm hoping against hope at that point. So,
Yeah.
um, I think that's some of it.
So one of the things though you mentioned as far as the church, um, the thing that I think, and this is the part that I'm baffled by, but I
And I
also
will say
understand.
this, Kev, before you get into it,
Mhm.
it's been a minority
True.
from most of what I've seen from people that I know that love God the way I do. It's been in complete support of Ukraine, which is what it
Right.
should be.
Right.
Again, the folks that I've seen have been in the severe minority.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody know that
Oh yeah.
severe minority.
But I think that stems from that some look to this as this is the way that we make end time prophecy come true.
That's exactly what yeah.
And so there is a segment within the church, and not a major segment, agreed, but there is a segment within the church that is looking at things like this and it's like, yes, let's do this because it means that we're going to go, we're going to get raptured up, we're going to do this. And it's
Right.
like, first of all, you have to really understand that your theology regarding that may not be the way you think it's going to be.
Right.
It may not turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. It may not flow the way you think it's going to be flow
Right.
because there are several schools of thought, and we won't get into it, but there are several different schools of thought
Several.
on end time prophecy and theology, right? And so, yes, you might be a pre-trib person, but if it turns out it's a post-trib situation,
That's a whole nother subject.
yeah. So so we have that, and so we are definitely in prayer for Ukraine.
Oh, most definitely. But another thing to that, Kev, is there is a reason why it says no man knows the day nor the hour. I mean, that literally tells me that we won't see it coming.
Right.
I mean, wars and rumors. You know how many wars and rumors and wars that have been happening? It's been before we were born. This has been going on for longer than I've been alive.
Yep.
I mean, this isn't new. I mean, even though our generation, Kev,
Mhm.
has not seen a world war, even my mom and dad, I mean, they were born like right at the edge of it, like when
Yeah.
people were surrendering. So their generation technically has not seen a world war. We've been involved in wars, you know, Korea,
Mhm.
Vietnam, Afghanistan, things of that nature. But a
Right.
war, these two generations have not seen a world war. Now, Ashley's it's a third generation. Of course, there's the one after that.
Mhm.
So we're talking, you know what? How many years? What are we? 2022 right now. So
Yep.
we're talking 70 years almost since we've seen a world war.
Mhm.
It's been a minute, but as
Yeah.
far as the end time, we're not going to know. No,
Right.
we're not going to know. I mean, I don't understand why we're trying to predict it. Either you believe the word or you don't.
Right.
We're not going to know.
And okay, I'm not going to go there, but
Yeah.
it's I'm gonna just say it's to me, I'm looking at also is that you have the lazy Christian that is pushing for this, but the concern for the believer, for the active believer, should be, if that's the case, let me see how many I can go ahead and help get into the kingdom instead of just rooting for wars. Yeah. Now we know how no one felt, no one believed him until it was too late. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
So all right. So that's that. That's our heavy topic, if you will,
But
for the
much
day.
prayers
Yeah.
for people that are here that have family over there,
Oh yeah.
that are from that country, that their hearts are there. Prayers for the people that have been displaced. I mean, we're talking what 1.4 million people
Yeah.
that literally have nowhere to go.
Yep.
And I I get it. It's not something that we see or that we know. That's the gravity of the situation here. It's we need to put a lot of things in perspective, to be
Right.
honest. What we
Right.
do, and the other alternative is not this. well, we should just go in and help Ukraine and attack Russia. I'm like, you do realize what that means, right?
Yeah.
I said, it's not Afghanistan. This isn't Iran. This is a superpower. You do understand that, right?
Right.
NATO gets it. Yeah, I get sanctions. It may not be what you want, but over time they do help.
Mhm.
And I get it that sanctions are also, as Putin says the other day, could be a declaration of war. I get that also. But understanding the magnitude of just taking up troops and helping Ukraine shoot and fight at Russians, we're literally declaring war at that point. And what people don't realize, back in 1945, we didn't have nuclear warheads. There was no fear of a city or a seaboard being blown off the map. That's a sheer possibility now.
Wait.
Oh, what?
Wait. I'm sorry.
What world is this?
Wait.
This man. What is?
I'm sorry. We gotta. For those that are listening,
you know what? We've got some. Oh my gosh! Did you have your eyes dilated?
No, I'm in mourning.
Oh my goodness! What in the world? This dude comes in and steals everything. What, bro? Why are you in mourning? You tell us.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson gone, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you a Seahawk? I thought you were a Russell Wilson
Seahawks.
fan.
He's a Seahawks.
I didn't know. I don't
Go
know.
Hawks.
That means
Go
I need to check.
Hawks.
That's right. I need to check on my son.
He gone, bro. He gone.
He gone. He
Two
gone.
first rounds, 2 second rounds, I think. Another sprinkle here and there, and some random player. Yeah, bro. He gone. He gone, bro.
So yeah, we
How
try.
y'all doing?
Hey. So yeah, let's just again, we are praying for Ukraine. We are praying for all the citizens.
Oh, I'm so
of
sorry.
that. No,
You
it's
came
good.
in like that at a heavy point.
I'm so sorry.
You just kicked the door in on somebody's prayer meeting somewhere.
Just rude. They're hanging on to your last words.
We was up in here. We was up in here singing the upper room.
Oh my
and you
God.
came in. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts.
You came in. Well, let's get this party started.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what you came in, bro. Oh, that's
My bad.
hilarious.
My
No,
bad.
you good.
It's
My bad.
Chop it up, bro. That's what happens in the barbershop.
That's what we do.
You know that.
You know you've been to a barbershop where somebody comes in and all of a sudden just changes the entire atmosphere.
And that's what just happened. That was you. Only thing we needed was for you to open up your jacket and show us what you got to sell.
Okay.
I know, right?
I got that Batman movie.
I got the Batman movie, bro.
I got the new.
I got the new Jay-Z, baby. I got the new Jay-Z.
Oh my God! Right. I got the new
Blueprint
Snoop.
3 I got Blueprint 3.5, baby. Blueprint
Oh
3.5. What you got?
Oh my God! Yeah, my bad, guys. My
Moore
bad.
said, "Should he play with Lil Rob? You'll never find."
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's great.
Too funny. My bad, man. I
That's
just,
No.
all
I'm,
good, man.
I'm,
But that-
I'm in
we were
pain.
transitioning anyway, so
I'm
we're
in
right
pain.
at the tail end. Of it.
Yeah, I'm in pain.
was
I don't
the-
know what to tell you.
That was definitely on the topic list because
Oh yeah.
as has been going around the news today. Well, first of all, let's just talk about how he usurped Aaron Rodgers news because
Sure did.
everything was going on about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he's going to resign, and then it was like, hold my beer. Here's something else I need y'all to tell you.
Hold. Hey, Sierra, hey, hold my beer real quick.
Mhm.
Hey,
Well, it wasn't him, you know.
No.
no.
Yeah, but the Seahawks organization definitely, or I should say the Broncos, that are the ones that really. Now, the little bit that I read about that was that they were both being courted, Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers and Russell Wilson, but Russ was supposed to be the number one, their A list or their plan A. And but I honestly just don't believe that. I believe they were courting them at the same time, and whoever bid first.
Yeah.
Because you would come on, you're not listen.
Yeah.
I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Right.
Just but
The
I
man can sling
cannot
the ball, bro.
listen. There is no one more surgical. Literally, no one more surgical with that ball.
Nobody.
Nobody. So
Not even Tom Brady is
No.
that surgical.
Mm-mm.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, come on, y'all. Well, we really want it. We feel like he's the best. Nah, dude. Y'all got hot with him. You got cold with Aaron because Aaron probably asked for something. You know, uh, make sure I don't have to fly with the team. I need my own jet.
Right. I need 60 million a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
something
need you.
outrageous.
Right, I need
Well,
you to buy houses here, Miami, and
Right.
and in
well,
Green
Yes.
Bay.
now the
You know,
question is though, is do you think that, and again, you know me sometimes playing devil's advocate, do you think that maybe this could turn into a sign and trade type of situation
For Aaron Rodgers or for
for Aaron Rodgers? Because they're
that would be the
restructuring his
only
contract.
way. That would be the only way that makes sense.
Because they're talking, the thing I've seen is that they're essentially talking about restructuring his contract to lower his salary cap figure. So if that's the case,
you mean after this deal that he just signed, you mean?
he hasn't
Right.
signed the deal yet. He
Well,
put it.
it's 50 mil for 4 years at $200 million.
Well, he
That's
put out something that said, "I ain't signed nothing yet."
When was this?
This was a little earlier today too.
Really?
Yeah, he said he put out his own statement that's like, "I'm going back, but I ain't signed nothing yet."
Oh, yeah, because ESPN was blowing my ESPN, Fox News, Fox Sports. Who else? Y'all, they were blowing my phone up. I'm like, what is going on? I went, oh crap. And then the Russell stuff. So I
Man,
didn't know that he hadn't signed yet.
they
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can
typically
find it real quick. Yeah, here it is. Hey everyone, just wanted to clear some things up. Yes, I will be playing with the Packers next year. However, reports about me signing a contract are inaccurate, as are the supposed terms of the contract I quote unquote signed. I'm expected to be back.
Interesting.
and we know how he has no problem flip flopping on any verbiage.
Oh
Nope,
no,
not at all.
none
Like does not phase him.
whatsoever.
Yeah, I know I told y'all I was gonna be here at 6, but I really meant midnight.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to play in Green Bay because the team that I'm going to is going to play
we
y'all
are
this
gonna
year.
play you all, yeah, at some point. So
Yeah.
right,
So
right.
You never know what that dude.
You
Seriously,
don't. You
you
don't.
never know.
You don't. And the other thing that I've noticed about Aaron Rodgers has no issue with being labeled a prima donna. He has it
None.
does not
he
phase him.
never
he
had an issue
embraces
with
it. He embraces it.
Here's the thing. It's worked for him though when it's come to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he literally has them like this. And like I can squeeze if I want to.
It's because
All right.
Wisconsin has nothing else going for it. So
Dang, the whole state.
the whole state. When it comes to football, so here's the thing. When it comes to football, Wisconsin doesn't exist because they have Green Bay. When it comes to basketball, Michigan doesn't exist because they have the Pistons. That's just how things go.
This brother just dropped the whole nation down to 48 states.
Hey,
Dude, he bypassed the Wisconsin Badgers. He bypassed cheese, bro. You know how many people in this country love cheese, especially Wisconsin cheese?
He
Dude,
said
He said there is nothing else other than Green Bay,
he said one gotta go.
yep.
and it ain't the Packers.
One gotta go.
Yeah, Aaron Morris, immunized versus vaccinated. He's gonna figure that out. Tell you which way he's gonna flow with that too.
Right?
Oh
Exactly.
my goodness, man, oh man. So yeah, that's going that a sign and trade though.
But how would that work? I mean,
Well, my question is, have we ever seen anything? Because that's some we talking some high dollars and some
yes.
extremely complex contracts.
And has the deal already for Russell already been signed? I mean, like agreed to? Because they've already sent all these picks to Seattle.
Yeah,
Right.
the only thing they're waiting on is the physical. That's the only thing that could throw a wrench in it. And I'm not saying that it would go to Denver. I'm just saying that the way it's structured, the way he was talking recently, last season and everything, that's something that's still on the table. Because if not, then who's the backup? Jordan Love? Jordan Love needs to then request a trade, because if Jordan Love was supposed to be the guy coming up behind Aaron Rodgers, that kind of sparked this whole dissatisfaction from Aaron. Then
that'd be 6 years on a bench, bro.
Right.
That's 6 years on a bench.
Right.
This is the I think that is the thing that makes, because I know it makes my eyes roll every time I even think about that. Like, Aaron, dude, really? Did you really
Mhm.
think they brought this kid in to compete?
No,
He
not
wasn't
that
even on the. That's my point. He
not
wasn't
that
even on
high
the
of a draft pick.
radar.
Yeah,
Right.
not that high as a draft pick though. No, I mean, yeah, you're not going to put that dude on the bench and just let him sit.
Right.
You're
I,
not going to.
I get it, but the kid was literally on no one's radar. Like, everyone was shocked that Green Bay picked him. Like, people were like, why? You
Yep.
probably could have got. Now, we're not talking about just quarterbacks. Fine, grab a quarterback that high, but
Mhm.
that one, that's what made everybody go.
That's true. Yeah, that
That
particular
one,
one. Right.
you could have got him. You could have, if you wanted him specifically, you
You
could
could
have
have
waited a
waited.
couple of rounds at
You could have
least.
waited.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah, that's why I guess I don't know, man. There's something going on internally that we're probably never going to be privy to.
Probably, of course not.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's more than just I'm unhappy.
And then the other thing that I saw that on the flip side of that Russell Wilson deal was I saw a couple of people saying that could we then see maybe something happen with Deshaun Watson going to Seattle?
A lot of stuff is going to have to clear up with Deshaun Watson, bro. Because
True.
I mean, he could be in Seattle. He could be in. I mean, there's also a place in Miami, but I don't think it's going to be Miami because Miami just doesn't want to win. I mean, we already know that they don't want to win games. I mean,
Well,
they got rid of Flores after winning 8 out of his 9 games because he disagreed with them. So you know what? We bumped Miami. They don't want to win anyway, so he doesn't want
well, obviously neither does Seattle.
to.
I'm just saying, you you have the first losing season in over a decade, and so let's get rid of
our franchise quarterback,
premier franchise quarterback.
our Super Bowl winning quarterback.
This is the logic that these owners present, and I'm talking specifically Seattle right now. This is what they present every either on the low end or the high end. Either they win a championship and they gut the defense,
Mhm.
or they have the worst season they've ever had and they get rid of the best player that they've got. It's just like, what's y'all? I understand it's the numbers and the money, but if that is the driving force behind your decision making, you're never going to get a championship team again.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm gonna just say Tyler Lockett. Hey, if you can make it over to Chicago, we'll definitely appreciate you there.
I
Listen to brother Kevin.
So you're not happy with what you have?
see Kevin's
As far as
trying
wide receivers,
Kevin.
Oh, that's
well,
true. Yeah, wide receiver. Yeah. That's
Kevin's trying to call on past relationship. Okay.
listen,
Sure,
listen.
that's what this is. This is hey Tyler, remember me? I got a chance to speak into your life before. Listen to me now.
I will happily prophesy something into you right now.
right. What do you want to hear? What you want?
Listen,
I got you.
Man, wow, yeah.
but
That's the other thing that's kind of making me question, because like just on the surface, okay, you pulled from Denver one of their backups,
Mhm.
Which that kind of made me go, you could have got so many other people.
Yeah, you could.
And I don't know what, but you pull this kid that's still in development, more or less,
Yeah.
from Denver. So
Mhm.
as of right now, it looks like Geno Smith would be your man. I like Geno, but Geno's not a finisher.
No, he's
Mm-mm.
not.
When he took over for Russ, he came out guns blazing, but couldn't close games.
Mm-mm.
So that's why I'm just kind of like, what are you guys doing? Again, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know if y'all feel like he can get you over the edge, or you're talking about bringing someone else in, which that would, if I were Geno, that would frustrate me to no end. But
Right.
here we are with this situation. Yeah, it's gonna be, and then you've got two of the best receivers. You got the best receiving combination in the league right now with
Yeah.
Metcalf and
And
Lockett.
Lockett.
You need
DJ
listen.
Metcalf, bro. That dude.
That's a beast. That brother's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature for real.
Yeah.
It's insane. I
Yeah.
mean, excuse me, DJ Metcalf at wide receiver is the way I look at your boy from the Titans. What's his name? The running back.
Oh, Henry.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
Anybody that big and running that fast, first of all, his legs are so long, his strides are so long. It doesn't look like he's running fast, but he is like Usain Bolt, but he's got such a long stride. But those two are freaks at their positions. I mean, literal freaks. So Metcalf and then but Lockett and that's a dangerous combination, bro. So and as fast as Metcalf is and as strong as he is, it's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly. Those two alone, the threat that they create, you get the right running back in the backfield. That's what I'm saying. It opens up so much. You
and
can't
a serviceable tight end.
Ooh. There are trade rumors of Metcalf going to the Eagles for the Cowboys' sake. I hope not.
Morris, you don't. I thought we would. Anyway, Morris used to be my friend. That was my brother, but I get it.
Well,
dude, that would wreck your world, Darren.
Oh, bro,
you would really be depressed.
You know what? Hey, let me slow down because I am the epitome of fair weather fan. All right.
Are you really? Are you admitting this?
I admit it. I admit it to the planet. Okay.
You would jump allegiances in a minute? Is that what?
Bro.
Morrison, I just report the news.
I don't make it. I just report it.
Listen. And this is CNN right here.
Oh, my gosh.
No, but for real, though. Listen. They don't pay me. I pay them.
That's true.
And if you don't make me happy, I take my fan dollars somewhere else where I'm happy.
That's what I do with the NBA, bro.
Listen, y'all can stake your identities on these teams if you want to.
I do the same thing with the NBA. I don't care. I root for players. I don't root for teams.
I have had people question my character as a result of me saying what I just said.
They got other issues, man. Don't let them people mess you up like that, bro. I don't think you care at all. I know you don't care.
Now I had fun with the whole Russell Wilson thing because honestly, he's who attracted me to Seattle in the first place.
Right.
Actually, Tyler, I'll take it back. Actually, Tyler's who attracted me because we have a connection there with Tulsa.
Right.
But once I saw Russ, really keyed in on Russ at that time, Legion of Doom, Boom, all of that, and then I enjoyed the organization, so I've stuck with them for quite a minute, quite a few years yet now. But the reality is, I jumped before I got to them. I was with the Vikings. Before I was with the Vikings, I was with the Cowboys. Before I was with the Cowboys, I was with the Bengals. Before I was with the Bengals, I was with the Bucks. So and I'm just going back all the way back to my childhood.
Oh, wow,
dude.
Who did you say was before Seattle?
Vikings.
Who?
So at that time,
you got to explain this one to me.
Adrian Peterson.
Oh, was it because
Adrian Peterson was my end? Okay. Adrian Peterson was my end. He was.
What got you in?
At that time, it was Culpepper, Randy Moss,
Chris
Carter.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that. Yeah,
I got you.
When it gets to the Falcons and they lost to the Falcons in the NFC Championship. Yeah. That was a squad, bro.
It was a squad.
I remember when it was Dante Culpepper's first preseason game, and I'm like, oh my God, Dallas has to play them on Thanksgiving.
I forgot about Dante Culpepper.
Now, I mean, if you want full disclosure,
and they were ruthless, bro. I mean, it was. Yeah.
No, if you want full disclosure, there was a woman that I was interested in that made me jump to Vikings. If you just want full disclosure, she was Vikings, so I was like, oh.
but you
had the horns. Let's go. Yes, sir. And then once I actually started looking into the team, because that obviously didn't work out. But once I looked into the team, I was like, yeah, let's do this.
I'm right there with you, Morris.
What was the song? What you won't do for love.
That's right.
Yeah, man, that lasted a whole 2 weeks, I think. Oh
But
yeah.
that was a team, though, bro. I really thought they were
Yeah.
going to make it to the Super Bowl. That was a squad. That was a
Yeah,
squad
you
for
know,
real.
and then when they, again, once they start gutting teams after successful seasons,
Hmm.
is where I'm always scratching my head. Like you could have at least waited one more year. Let's try it one more again. And so I guess the
Well,
value of those players are at a premium at that point.
at
Yeah.
that point, it's really hard, especially if you've got guys that are at the end of their contract and then they become free agents,
Hmm.
or they maybe have a year left. It's really, really hard to hold on to them after they win a Super Bowl because
Right.
there's going to be a high. I mean, I think of after Dallas won a Super Bowl against Pittsburgh, and oh God, what's his name? Woodson. I mean, we couldn't hold on to him,
Hmm.
and a whole lot of other players because it was after Super Bowl and it was the end of their contract year, and it's just hard with free agency when these other teams are willing to pay premium even for older cats.
Right.
Right.
Now you would just have to have somebody that loves the organization and loves playing with that core, and if that core stays together, they'll stay. But you don't have that much anymore. You just
So
don't.
so with news or the rumor, as Morris indicated, of Metcalf possibly being traded, are the Seahawks basically blowing it all up to potentially start again?
They said it a few years ago when they blew up the defense, but they didn't really mess with the offense. So I don't
Right.
know.
But they didn't have
I
much to mess with.
no, that's
They
true.
wanted to hang on to what's that boy's name that retired? The running back.
Marshawn Lynch.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They wanted to
God,
hang on to him.
I love
They,
Marshawn Lynch.
yeah, they wanted to hang on to Russ. Marshawn, what, a year or two later, decided that's it for me.
Yeah,
And I don't think they were expecting that.
no.
Mm-mm.
But even with that, they had a spotty O line at the time.
That's true.
There was just a lot on the offense that I don't think they had the value that they had on the defense.
Yeah,
The
because
defense
remember,
was
Wilson was running for his life, bro.
right.
He's been running for his life for a couple of years now.
He's
A
been
few
running for his
years
life
now,
for a few
actually.
years.
Yeah, a few years. He's been running for his life for a while.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like to me, common sense would have said, let's concentrate our drafts and free agency on
Mhm.
getting a solid front line for the level of talent that we have. We just got to buy them some time, and they're going to make magic.
Not
Uh,
anymore.
yeah, that's
not now.
it's so
No
hard
longer.
to say
To say
goodbye
goodbye to
to
yesterday.
yesterday.
Although we've come
Uh,
to the
why you gotta have
end
his eyes
of the
closed?
road.
Why you gotta have your eyes closed? What's up with that?
oh, me or him?
Both of y'all.
I
man.
felt it, bro.
Yeah,
That was
Listen.
everybody just went in. Like, okay, this isn't a worship song.
hey, was that a challenge?
No.
Because some church out there did "End of the Road" as a
yeah.
worship song.
I'm sure.
Listen, if we can do what was the Drake song that they did? Oh goodness, they did a Drake song and they tried to make it a
what?
praise and
Please
worship
tell
song.
me y'all saw the church that did "Can We Talk"?
Yes.
Can we talk?
Tevin Campbell
Yes.
for a minute.
and the
No,
pastor.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the praise and worship. This is like the end of the service. This is their altar call song, but more or less. And so the dude's on organ at that, playing it, and he's singing it, and the pastor's saying he's singing with him. Like this is the song we gonna sing. I just was like, are you kidding me? Yes, Can We Talk? And this is, of course, in the middle of the Can We Talk challenge.
Right.
I mean, shoot. If we're gonna start doing that, let me pull some old Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff, man. I mean, we can start doing that. I mean, come on, bro.
Listen, we've seen it all, man. We've seen it all. I can't remember the song that they were doing. With the band was playing Michael Jackson underneath this one song.
Oh my God. I mean,
Listen.
shoot. Go back. Boogie Wonderland, Heaven Wonderland. Here we go. That's
Listen,
it, bro.
we can make
Hey.
some stuff happen.
I'm telling you right now.
Who was it?
Shoot,
Rod,
okay.
a few years ago, and forgive me for naming names, but Rod Parsley's music passing. Now, this was years ago. This was a long time ago.
Uh-oh.
He would do that. He would rewrite lyrics for secular songs and do them, and he didn't last long. I mean, he was there only for a period. I guess somebody finally caught on, like, dude, this not for this church. This
Right.
ain't-
Yeah, this ain't the one.
I'm
Not
just
Read
saying.
the
that
room,
guy.
bro. Read the
You
room.
better call on the Lord. Call him.
Call him.
Tell him.
Oh yeah, no.
And then, the brat. So sanctified.
See, you
Somebody did that. No.
Yes,
Somebody
that's
did that.
legit.
stop it.
That's legit.
Somebody did that.
Oh my goodness, man.
So sanctified. I remember that.
So we're gonna do
Finally.
another one. So we're gonna do another one called Worship and Praise, but just use the letters.
Hey, they didn't already took that and used the letters.
I'm just saying.
If I hear that track come out of anybody's church, I'm burning the building down.
Burn
And I'm
it
gonna
all
stand
down.
there. I'm gonna stand there with the gasoline and the matches, talking about, trust me, it had to be done.
Yeah, I did it.
It
was
had to be
me.
done. It was me. I did y'all a favor.
Oh my god.
This is unsalvageable.
Oh, that was the one. Jesus, do you love me?
Oh my god.
Oh yes. I remember.
Someone did that one. Yes,
I
that's
remember
the
that one. Yes, I do. I do remember that one.
Morris said he'd been known to jack a few beats. Yep.
Okay, but beats are different than just rewriting a whole song with chords and everything.
Yeah. I remember.
That's
Terrence, I don't
different.
know if you remember the time that a certain musician at Greenwood by the name of Jerry Compare brought out some Prince.
Are you calling out Jerry just like that?
Listen, because
Come on, boy, stand up for
one,
boy
Jerry wouldn't
man.
care.
Come on
Because
now.
Jerry
Jerry didn't care.
didn't care.
Jerry didn't care.
Jerry, I think he put Purple Rain in there at
I
one
think it was
point.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
And the problem was everybody went up. That was the problem. That was the problem.
Did they truly go up though?
No, that's what I'm. I mean, I can't judge what somebody was experiencing. All I know is when he hit that last riff, that last chord, yeah, all of a sudden,
Yep.
I was like, I remember that because I remember I stopped and just looked around like,
Is this
Because
really happening?
you all know how as big of a Prince fan as I am. I was
Right.
like, and I'm looking at Bishop like, okay, you good. Okay.
Did Bishop even know?
I doubt it.
I don't think he recognized it at all. That wasn't in his wheelhouse, and I'm assuming Tony was not in the building at the time.
I don't think he was.
No.
The worship, the young guy.
The music, music,
Yeah.
the real music people. Seriously, the music people and Prince fans. I could pick them out because we all stopped. We were like,
Yep.
Is that Purple Rain?
Yep.
because part of you was like, man, listen, I ain't going to hell for this song.
Because if Jesus would have come out right now,
Yeah, he would be like, who we worshiping here? Yeah, no, that was wild. That was a wild one. But that's you mentioned him, but he was the other one that did the Michael Jackson thing. And I remember the whole band was in on it because he turned and like
Jerry did.
Yeah, he turned and cued them all like, here we go.
Which one did he do?
I can't remember.
I
It was a
remember.
Michael Jackson song. That was another one where I just stopped. I was like, are we really doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I personally don't have a problem with it because it's just music.
Right.
But
Not everybody's that way though, bro.
Right.
you can but the challenge with that is you can yank people completely out of
Yes.
the experience simply because they're recognizing the tune.
Yes.
It's not even whether it's right or wrong, but what is
Right.
what goal are you accomplishing?
What is it? Yeah, what does it do to the atmosphere at that point?
Yeah, what goal
And
are you accomplishing?
if I remember correctly, neither one of them were like during worship times. If I remember correctly, they were kind of like interlude type times.
Yeah, he would never play. Yeah, whatever song he was playing. No, there was one. It was a praise song where
Okay.
he did the Michael Jackson thing, and then there was another time where they played it again during offering. They never played it again during. I don't remember ever hearing it again.
Yeah.
They played it during offering. And they would do that a lot, man. They would play whatever underneath for a little bit. They played well, I'll because everybody will know this one. Tupac, Dear Mama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now everybody was like, okay, come on
Okay,
now.
yeah.
And
Everybody was like, okay, now, come on.
And here's the thing: he is, if I remember correctly, he's Juilliard trained, right?
Juilliard,
He
yes,
is,
he's a
yes.
Juilliard instructor.
Yes.
Not just trained.
The dude
He's
is
an
brilliant.
instructor.
The dude is brilliant.
So yeah.
Now when he did, I guess his thing is like, y'all got me doing Beethoven,
right,
waving your hands and hankies, and I'm
that's right, Tori. You know Jerry as well.
Yeah, I'm just doing Bach.
Yeah. Now, if they would have broken out with ding, no, I mean,
we're good. When was it? It was more. So I don't know if you've moved yet or not. But Steps of Praise did Pumps in a Bump. They did the track at this concert. Hammers, Pumps in a Bump. Yeah, man. Dude, and I mean they rocked the house. Was it a Carmen concert?
No.
It might have been a Carmen. I'm almost positive it was a Carmen concert, and they opened. Carmen had them open. Don't hold me to it. It might have not been Carmen. It was.
He said a player was gone by that
time.
He said, "Don't put me in that.
Don't put me in that." Yeah, man. They at the end they played Pumps in the Bump. Boy, it was crazy.
Wow.
That was funny. It was a youth thing, and I can't remember if Carmen was involved or not. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, that was wild, man. We take liberties. We take liberties, or took, I should say. The level of creativity for this generation is definitely different. They've definitely sprung back and said, hey, we're just as good. The technology's in place, the talent is there, and the drive and desire is there. There's a huge distinction now, whereas before I felt like, how did they flip that? Is that what you?
Is that what you're talking about? You got to be more clear than that. There's a whole lot of directions we can go in that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if he's talking about just the generational thing that I just said,
okay.
If that's the case, my personal opinion, I feel like the millennials there was a huge distinction. Like we need clarification on everything. And so we need to know what is Christian, what is not. Number one. Number two, like I said, the technology that used to be off limits. Oh, how did he flip it? How do you flip? It was just the track.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just the track. You know how your boy would splice songs together. You see those dance routines that have, they start with one song and then they splice into another. That's what he did, and then Pumps and Bump was on the back end, and that was their outro.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a dance thing. Now, like I said, they killed it though. They killed it. They murdered it, man. They killed it. The place was going bananas when they were done, and you knew the song. I mean, if you knew the song, you knew the song. That track is so distinct.
It is.
It's so distinct. You can't.
You can't.
No.
There's no disguise in that one, bro.
No.
Not at all.
Is that an old Stephen Wiley? No.
Oh my.
No.
But that's the thing. I think, we've talked about this before when we talked about gospel hip hop from back in the day versus now. That the technology, the desire for professional beats has created where it doesn't matter which side of the aisle, if you will, you're on, there's quality, right?
And that's the other thing.
That gap has finally closed. Because before, that gap was
very
years
wide.
Like
very wide.
This would be here, then like 4 or 5 years later. Okay, now we've got something
Grape Tree
Christian that sounds like it. But did you say Grape Tree?
He's
Grapetree.
gonna always bring up Grapetree. You ever start talking about bad music, Grapetree is coming
Every
out of this man's
single
mouth.
time.
Yep.
We get it.
Yep. I just need to remind folks of the horror that was the Grapetree era.
Listen, if there's anyone on listening, just happen to come by that used to be on Grapetree, I personally want. Well, I'm not even gonna apologize for the man. It is what it is.
No, right? There's
They-
no need to.
They should give us an apology.
Oh,
I will provide space.
Good night, man.
It was, listen, it was, so for me, and I think I mentioned this, but for me, there was
Kev said he was offended.
I was, because I actually spent money on one of them.
No,
Because this is
No.
before you had the ability to, listen
Preview
to
and
stream
listen
music
and-
or whatever.
Right.
This was you going, oh, there's this, and people are talking about it, what have you, or it's put
Right.
up there
You
as
don't
far as
know what you're getting.
right.
Back
Right.
then, you may have heard a snippet of a single, their hottest track,
Right.
but
And-
you're going to buy the record. You're going to buy the album.
Right.
You don't know
what the rest
what
of
you're
it sounds
getting,
like.
you
Yeah.
know. And then you literally have a piece of a song that sounds good, and the rest of the album is trash, and you spent $15,
$12, $15?
$20 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're mad. You're mad. Like, man, I can't nothing I can do with that.
Yeah, and I
You
was
wanna-
I was
wanna record
I
over
was
it.
a Bible college student, so
Yeah.
I was believing God for other stuff.
That's right. That $20 will go a long way, bro.
Listen,
Hey.
so
And then
yeah,
you turn around and you got music. Even if you try to support, like you can only go for so long, and you're like, dude, I can't, man. Click,
Yeah.
throw it across the room. You just
Yep.
can't do it. You know,
Yep.
you just can't do it.
Yep.
And to me, I don't know. To me, you got to really be oblivious to not know you're not doing good music. Like
do
you're
you
not
really
asking
though? Do you really though?
anybody.
I don't there's
Because there's too many times where you have people that will pump you up, and it's trash. You know it's trash. They know it's trash, but just because, and if
But
I
that's
can
what
even
I'm-
just say, in this era, all you got to have is a beat. You can mumble your way through the entire track.
he's not wrong.
And get a whole hit.
He's not
Get a
wrong.
whole hit.
He's not
It's-
wrong.
As long as it came out, anything that came out with "Wow" on the cover was icy. Yes. Yes.
That whole series, bro. That whole series,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
You are not lying. You are not lying. Cause whoever they had picking that stuff
Yeah.
was like, who are y'all sending out to
Had no part of the culture anywhere connected to them.
None.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you who don't know the WoW, all I can say is just look it up. It was basically a compilation series of tapes and records.
It was essentially the gospel version of "Now That's What I Call Music." That's
Yeah.
essentially what it was.
Yeah.
And
And they had many different versions of it. And
oh yeah,
Mhm.
they had every genre.
Yep.
yeah, many different versions.
Every genre. And
Some of them were okay, but the majority of them were like
they
they had to
had
sprinkle some names in there. So people were like, ooh, okay.
Right.
And then yeah.
They'd get the backbeat. They'd get like the C side of a Kirk Franklin song.
He said the
the
C's.
C-side.
Just
Not
because you
even
would see
C.
Kirk Franklin and it was like, okay, the track that was on there, still quality, but it wasn't like the major hit. And then they pair it with like I'm not even who is it, Mr. Truth or whoever it was from Great Tree, I can't remember.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it was bad. It was bad. They would get a Yolanda Adams track that no one's ever going, like she wouldn't even release it, but they found it.
Right.
They found it up on our dumpster somewhere.
You know, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, can we have this one? Sure.
Sure.
I'll
Go
take
for it.
$5.
Basically.
I'm sure I'll take $5. And you know, it was just, and even with that, it was like if it was the hottest track or the hottest song, really popular at the time, somehow they found versions of that song that were still subpar. It was
They
like,
were hot. Yeah,
how are you doing that?
I don't get it.
Like, I'm expecting to hear the song, and I'm hearing somebody else's version of it. It was, yeah, wow, that was a weird.
It was suspect.
Yeah,
that was a weird,
to say the least.
But I bet you they still living in their mansion in California.
Because they sold some plastic, bro.
I promise you, they're like, ha ha, those idiots.
They sold some plastic. I'm telling you that right now.
yeah.
I'm sure they probably sunk it all in Bitcoin and just living off, off the land.
High on a hog,
dude. Anyway, good stuff.
Yep.
So, all right, and then there was so a couple of the other things we were going to talk about was
we were talking about a teacher. Or we're going to talk about your boy
Juwan Howard.
Yeah, which one are we going to do?
So on Juwan Howard, I'll just simply say he got suspended. I think the other coach should have gotten suspended as well, not for as long, but for a game or two, because he put hands first.
I don't disagree with that. I think there should have been more than just a fine. Now, him getting suspended, I'm honestly okay with that.
Right. Because it is his second offense too.
And you can't have your players thinking that it's okay to swing on somebody when you're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Second?
Yeah, he had another altercation with another coach. I think it was last season.
Yeah. It wasn't anything like this though.
Right. It wasn't a full out brawl or anything like that. It was
no. So I can't even call that a previous. I mean, coaches scuffle all. I'm not scuffle all the time, but yeah,
they don't get like that. They don't get down like that.
No, not like that. No, not that. I mean, the last time who was it? Cheney and who else? Back in the day, the coach from Temple and was it Capriati? No, one of them threw a chair at one of them at a press conference. You know, the black coach from Temple way back in the day.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, that's Cheney.
Don Cheney, and then somebody else. I forgot who it was. They hated each other. Like,
didn't he break the dude's nose?
I don't remember. I would have to look it up.
But Juwan is from South Side of Chicago, so that should have told you right then and there.
Like, hey,
that's just
they should have known better.
Homeboy should have never grabbed him. I mean, that's right. That's the point. He should have never grabbed. But
he like, I'm trying to walk past you.
He was.
You touch me.
Well, Bobby Knight did everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think who didn't he fight?
Bobby Knight was a head case.
Because he fought his own players, so yeah.
He fought everybody.
That dude, yeah. But I didn't know Juwan had 2 offenses. The fact that he got suspended is a miracle.
Yeah.
At that level,
he could have been fired.
At that level, like immediately with no questions asked.
Right.
And
which is what I literally thought he was going to be suspended for the whole season, to be honest. Like the whole, even through the tournament. That's really what I thought. Now, are they a bubble team? Did they win any game? I know they won one game, but I haven't paid attention because they were technically on the bubble when that incident happened. Michigan was. As far as being able to
I don't know where they are right now.
So I don't know where they are.
We'll have to look at that one. But my thing is, okay, so he comes back. Does he actually coach from this point? I mean,
yeah, they said that he was suspended for the rest of the regular season.
Right.
So he can coach during the Big 12. I mean, excuse me, the Big 10 tournament and the NCAA tournament if they make it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, I guess at that point you can kind of reestablish authority.
Yeah.
But I guess my other question is how would these players react to him from this point forward?
I think his players are good with it.
I mean, the other players are ready to go toe to toe. I think they're fine, to be honest.
Because you saw some of their players, they was like, all right, let's go, coach.
Hey, they were ready to square up, bro. Hey, they had one foot behind the other. They were ready to
You are not lying.
I have no problem with it whatsoever.
You are not lying.
I mean, seriously, they were ready to go. They're like, oh, coach squaring up? Oh, let's go.
I'm surprised nobody played Nuck If You Buck. I'm surprised. Because you're right. They did square up. They turned around oh, we doing this?
They said, oh, this is happening? And someone in the back was like, I've been waiting for this. I knew coach had it in him. Let's go.
Right. So,
Southside.
so I don't think that his standing with his team has gone anywhere. I think it's probably gone up a little.
Stronger. I mean, seriously, I don't think
That's
that's going to be an
scary.
issue. Seriously, I really don't think that's going to be an issue.
That is
No,
scary.
not at all.
Boy, that is scary. So
Exactly. Yes, it endeared the players to him. Absolutely,
definitely. Moore said it all nice and stuff. I'm over here being all ghetto. Yeah, that's what happened.
it endeared.
Endeared.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're endeared now.
All right. And then the last thing, just because I think we all stand on the same side of this, Tori, you sent a video in Indiana, and this happened, I think, last week or maybe even before that, but a teacher in Indiana who is now resigned, basically was on video.
Retired.
That's right, retired. I'm sorry. Was caught on video knocking a kid upside the head.
And his head hit the wall.
Yes. So
over a hoodie.
And I'll just let you think about what the dynamics of the melanin of each of those participants look like.
I think the biggest challenge was the fact that obviously the kid ignored him, because the way the teacher came out of the classroom was like,
oh yeah, like the kid walked out and ignored him.
Mhm.
Yes.
yeah, just completely ignored him. And I don't know what the teacher was thinking though. I'm like, dude, seriously, you can't listen. You can't let these kids get to you. You know, once you say get out and don't come back, just
Right.
mean it.
Right.
Hold on for a second, Kev. I don't think.
Wasn't he?
Nah, he wasn't.
Okay.
The kid wasn't black.
I thought it's okay. Maybe that's a different one I'm thinking about. Okay.
Unless the brother has some long flowing hair, like
Okay.
you know,
My bad. I'll take that back then.
I don't. When you said, I was like, huh? I really don't think he is, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think he is.
So yeah, he
I could
probably
be
got
wrong.
ignored.
Melanin or not,
Still, I'll
yeah.
just put it this way.
bro,
if it was
don't
my
let
child,
my boy,
he would
ooh.
not have had the opportunity to resign.
Mm-mm.
As I put it in our text, it wouldn't be a retirement party. It would have been
a memorial.
in memoriam.
Now,
We
did
want
you
to
guys-
honor Principal Johnson for his service and his life,
See, Kevin,
but he slapped the wrong child.
Kevin, the type of parent that if they hadn't arrested him, he'll be at the funural. He will be there with flowers.
I could be wrong.
My condolences.
I can't. I may be wrong, y'all. I mean,
Listen,
Moore thought he was too, but
I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but y'all know if I ever, with the way I think sometimes, I might figure out a way to get away with it.
Oh my God, yeah. Because you don't. How can I put it? You have this ability to harness emotion, and no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Principal Johnson would have been, yeah. Listen, and I come from that because my dad, I remember there was one time something happened in my school and my dad was like, why are you talking to him about it? You should have been calling me. And then there was another time that I had to deal with a teacher who was, I forgot the man's name now, but if you went to my high school, the photography teacher that one black person passed his class, in his photography class now. Okay. He gave me an F. Well, he gave me an F. When my mom was like, "Nah, that don't sound right." We get to the school. We get to the school, meet with my advisor and him. And long story short, he's cutting my mom off.
Oof.
And my mother was like, and my dad was supposed to be at that meeting.
Oof.
My dad was supposed to be at the meeting.
Oof.
And my mom first of all, I was getting a little irritated. So I started jumping in. My mom was like,
Why am I swallowing hard?
Bro, I'm over here.
Why am I swallowing hard? This was how long ago?
Because
Listen.
we know at this
Cecilia Ann Crawley was like, she handled it. And she was like, he better be lucky Gary Lewis Crawley didn't show up. Because if Gary Lewis Crawley had shown up and that disrespect had happened. Listen.
Lord.
I already know how I acted when a doctor kept cutting off Amy in the ER and Ashley and Pastor Julie literally left the room. Because when I started talking, I started talking like this.
Mm-hmm.
Darren, you think I'm joking? I looked at the doctor, I said, I'm getting tired of you cutting my wife off when she's trying to tell you something. We're not the one. And Ashley went, and Pastor Julie just went. And they went outside into the hallway. I said, this is what's happening. Cut her off again and see what happens.
Listen.
And I just sat there. And he listened. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't the one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the one. So yeah, ask Ashley. She'll tell you exactly what happened.
Oh, I believe
ain't
it.
lying.
I believe it.
I believe it. Again, I don't know why I'm straightening myself up, but yeah.
Yeah, the calm ones are the scariest people. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying about Kevin. Kevin's not gonna move fast, man, and he's just not.
I'm just saying.
I ain't running after nobody. I got
a
enough
rightly
skills,
placed.
I don't have to run.
A rightly placed needle with air,
bro,
does some damage.
I told Ashley before. Ashley knows that I'm not lying. I can get rid of a body. I used to be a science teacher. That's all I gotta say. They won't find a body.
May the Lord watch.
All right, before we start having people calling the NSA, the CIA,
because it's getting dark in here.
It's getting dark in here.
It's getting dark.
Just saying.
Real fast. Like.
Just saying. Hey.
Listen, I'm glad I'm saved.
I ain't always been saved,
I'm
y'all.
glad you saved too.
I'm thinking the world should be glad I'm saved too.
I'm glad you're saved too. I'm glad it's both of y'all are saved.
We ain't always been saved, brother. I'm just letting you know.
Listen. Hey.
And remember, I was recruited by the CIA coming out of high school, so thank God I didn't take that offer.
Ooh, bro, you'd be oof. Oh my God, like Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit all over again, bro. Oof.
All right, listen, we're gonna end on this tonight.
we need to. We need to cut the feed right now.
Boy, it is cut for us, right?
Can we edit this junk?
Because all of a sudden you'll see me. I don't know why I'm in Ukraine, y'all, but I'm broadcasting live from Ukraine today.
Stop it. Because I ain't going with you.
Right. He got somebody else. I had to borrow a phone. But I want the world to know I'm still here.
All right, so listen, that's it for Chop It Up for today. As always, it's great to be with my brothers, having these conversations that we bring from the barbershop online for your entertainment, enjoyment, and just because we can. Again, every Tuesday, unless something happens where I get locked out the house again. We'll see you all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.